Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tom Cat here, and welcome to a brand new episode of Stock vs. Tuned with some face cam. So this is going to be the setup now for all of the Stock vs. Tuned videos that don't have wheel cam, which there will be another wheel cam Stock vs. Tuned coming very soon, but I want to make sure it's another battle of two cars that are both very heavily focused on the manual transmission. So that is going to be in a future battle. So without any further ado, I just wanted to thank you guys so much. Like literally, I'm going to show you because I took a picture. I'm going to literally grab my phone and show you how you guys have been going absolutely nuts with the suggestions. Like, dude, so many suggestions. It's insane, and I want to say I appreciate each and every one of them. Now, this one is going to be one of the ones in that picture, and it is a stock Lamborghini Huracan versus a tuned Cadillac Limousine. Now, this will be a fun one, and it'll be a fun one for multiple reasons. One, because we've got one of my favorite specs of the Huracan, lime green with the black stock wheels. If I was going to have a stock Huracan, this would be the color combination I would have it in, most likely. Either this or maybe in red, just to be different than everybody else. But let's see how this thing sounds. Yeah, it's still one of the best sounding cars on the road today. It really is. Like, when you hear one of these drive by in person, you can't really argue with it, like, literally for any reason whatsoever. It just sounds so good. And I know that there's people that are going to say, well, yeah, but it doesn't have a manual. I mean, yes, a manual, connected to a V10 would be cool, but if you want that experience, buy a used previous generation Audi R8 V10, you know what I mean? Or, like, even a first-gen Gallardo. Or you could do something crazy and manual swap a Superleggera like I would love to do. I mean, you know what? I'm going to go for one more lap around the roundabout just to see if I can slide it out just a little. It'll stay sideways for a little while, and then if you kind of handbrake it and clutch kick it again, it'll keep going. It'll keep going for a pretty good ways, too. It's not bad. All right. Up to the line. Let's see what it likes. Oh, God, the revs jump all over the place when I do that. Oof. Wow, it climbs really slow. And go. It's quick off the line. Smokes all four tires for a split second, and it is gone. Come on, there's 150. Back into third person. 170. And 179 across the speed trap. That's pretty fast. I mean, I was expecting it to do maybe in like the 170, 174 range, because honestly, we have a lot of stock cars, a lot of stock supercars run 174, 175, as you guys that have been watching this series regularly will know. But this thing, it actually pulled just that little bit harder and got that extra few miles an hour, which is pretty impressive. Pretty impressive for a factory car. So now, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a stock Cadillac Limousine. See what that thing will run. Not the one that you get in Aisha's taxis, but an actual stock one. But before we do that, can this thing do proper all-wheel drive donuts? Yup. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Easy, too. Ow. Well, we got on the right suit for it. All right, back to the house. Jeez. Mustang doing Mustang things, apparently. Welcome to a much slower vehicle. Let's see what it sounds like stock. It's so weird that it's front-wheel drive. Although, from a packaging standpoint, it makes sense because the car is so long. But at the same time, it's still weird, like, dumping the clutch and seeing the front tires spin instead of the rears. Like, just on something like this. But Cadillac has an odd history with front-wheel drive. They really do. Like, Cadillac has made some very odd front-wheel drive cars. If you look back through Cadillac's history, you'll find some strange front-wheel drive applications. The engine sounds like it's trying really hard, but then you look at the speedometer and you realize you're not going very fast. You're really not. Let's see if it'll do some liftoff oversteer. Yes, yes it will. Oof. Big oof. Small Mercedes, big oof. Well, actually, small Mercedes meet big oof. That's basically what this thing is. Alright, so no crazy, like, fancy launch mode here. I mean, well, there probably is, but I'm not going to use it because it's not going to really have any effect. So, let's see. We'll ease it off the line. Wow, the power band, I was about to say the power band is, like, pretty far up in the revs, but it barely even exists. Like, what is a power band in relation to this car? I almost want to see if I can make this thing hit that 179 on a fully modified stock engine. And just to keep things interesting, no matter what engine I put in here, I'm leaving it front-wheel drive. So that's going to be another ridiculous experiment. But 118 for the stock Cadillac Limousine versus the 179 of the stock Lamborghini Huracan. So, with that being said, we've got our work cut out for us. So it's time to go back to the shop and see what we can do. Right, so to build the limousine, I'm thinking we'll go straight to seeing what swaps are available because, let's see, 8.4 V10, 7-liter V8, 6.5-liter V12, racing V12, quad rotor. Why? Or you could put twins on the stock V6. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I just know that whatever we're going to do, we're going to leave it front-wheel drive. This engine probably has, like, no potential, though. You know what I mean? Like, it probably just has no potential. I'm going to go through the upgrades and see, but still, it just probably has no potential. I mean, like, naturally aspirated, it's probably not going to make any more than, like, 500 or 450. And plus the turbo, I mean, you're only really looking at, like, 600. And I know that that's a big number, and it's not really, like, an only number, but let's see. Fully built NA, 533 and 415 torque. That's more than I expected. Let's see what happens when we throw turbos on it. It's a lot more than I expected, actually. I'm quite impressed. Okay, so now that we've got the turbos on it, and we can throw the twins, or the race twins, and then the race intercooler setup, that's going to give us 699 horsepower and 544 foot-pounds of torque, which is not going to be enough, sadly. Okay, view basket. Not necessary. Let's see. Should we throw a quad rotor in it? I mean, just for the sake of being crazy. Just for the sake of being ridiculous. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. I think I'm going to go ahead and throw the quad rotor in it. Just because. But it's going to be front-wheel drive with a quad rotor. Why? Why is beyond me, but let's see. Race brakes, race suspension, get it as low down to the ground as possible. Race weight reduction brings us down to 4,100 pounds. So we're making more power than the Huracan at least. So we've got that going for us. Race driveline, everything in the driveline needs to be raced, especially if we're keeping it front-wheel drive. God, that's such a weird thing, but, like, I want to be, I want to try something different. I want to try something strange. Drag tires are going on. Definitely the max width front, and might as well max width in the rear. And let's see, wheels-wise. Oh, God. Oh, we could do something, like, super out there. And do these, like, blade wheels. Oh, God. I mean, like, it kind of suits the theme. They're ugly, but they suit the theme. Why not? Why not? I think that'd be hilarious. Let's see. All the way. Wow, that actually clips the fenders. Oh my God, that actually legitimately clips the fenders. That is hilarious. All right, so aero and appearance-wise, not really going to worry about that. And not really going to worry about that. So, without any tuning, which we're going to need, believe me, this thing should be quite the interesting beast. And before we head out to the highway, I'm going to do just a couple of mild things with the tune because I want to drop the front tire pressure a lot because we're going to need it. And let's see. I want to take the camber out of the front because, at least take most of it out because that's where we're going to be launching. And I'm going to just drop the ride height all the way. Just to see if I can get it a little bit more stable. And front acceleration, that's going to be all the way up. And normally, I wouldn't do that, but this thing only has to go in one singular direction. A straight line. That's the only thing this thing cares about. All right, let's see what we've built. Oh my god. Dude, the rotary can't handle the fact that this thing's gears are so long. The rotary's lack of torque and this particular car's gearing with the drag tires causes it to bog out. I've never seen that happen before. It's hilarious that it does it, but I didn't expect it to do it at all. Let's try that again. All right, let's try that again. Oh my god, look, it just like bogs off the line. Completely bogs off the line. That's gonna need some tuning. I'm glad we actually tried to launch it because, yeah, that needed to be tested. Let's put it to like maybe 373 and start there. 0 to 60 time supposedly drops to 4.1 seconds. Let's see what this ends up sounding like. And working like. Let's see. That was way too much. Still not quite where it needs to be, but better. The rotary engine just doesn't want to haul all this weight. It really doesn't. It's like put me back in an RX-7 or something where I belong. It rotates. That's so funny. Especially because it's still front-wheel drive. That is hilarious. It'll even do it, like, on power. All right. We ready to give this a try? I'm just going to do redline clutch dump and see what happens. Okay, that really didn't work. Let's not do that again. All right, there's 100. I have a feeling we're going to lose. Well, there's 130. 140. 50. Oh, 165.9. I mean, I know there was a lot of traffic, but still, dude, like, oh my god. All right, so I picked the least obvious swap, and, I mean, would this thing work with other, like, would this thing be faster than a Huracan with other swaps? Absolutely it would, but at the same time, I just wanted to see what would happen if we threw the rotary in it and left it front-wheel drive and just went from there, because it definitely becomes something. I don't know if it's something that's desirable, but it definitely becomes something. So if you guys enjoyed this episode of Stock vs. Tuned, make sure to click that like button. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought of it, and also make sure to leave your suggestions down there. And if you're new around here, click that subscribe button and click those notifications to stay up to date, and I will see you guys next time.